Are we having fun yet?
Hey guys, it's DVD Gamer Girl here. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a tier list for you guys where we basically rate the killers into a tier list based on how fun they are to play against. So this is from a survivor point of view, and thanks to RickyScreams for filming this with me. If you guys haven't checked out his channel yet, definitely go ahead and do that. He makes a lot of red rank and informational content as well as funny moments about DBD, so definitely go check him out. And before we get into this video, I just want to mention that when we rate these killers, we're basically assuming that they're pretty good to go up against as survivor. Like, it's not like a rank 20 killer, more of a experienced killer. And also we're rating this from our point of view of how these killers typically tend to act, like if these killers camp or not typically. So we definitely factor that into the equation as well, like our experiences of going against these killers. So I hope you guys enjoy this video.
All right, I'm down. I feel like we're gonna have completely opposite thoughts, but okay.
Okay, so we can start with Trapper. I don't know, honestly, for Trapper, for like me personally, I feel like I would just put him in like the middle, like decent, because I don't know, like I don't really have a problem playing against Trapper, but it's also not super fun. Like, it's pretty boring. So,
in my opinion, if you're playing against a decent Trapper, which is, you know, from my experiences a lot of the time, it's fun to try and figure out where the traps are, because they'll be, you know, they'll try to be really sneaky and put them in places where you wouldn't expect, and then you're running or you're looping him, and all of a sudden, oh, there's a trap. Like that part of the game is kind of fun. It's more of a mind game than anything else, but as long as you don't put them in boring, I'd be happy.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's boring. Yeah, I definitely don't think it's boring. And yeah, I get that, like, when you're looping and stuff, like, there's, like, the added factor of trying to not get trapped, which if they're good at placing them, like, you probably will.
Yeah.
But
like, you can't take a window because you know, most of the time there's going to be a trap there, so you're like, oh, crap, what do I do? But yeah.
Yeah, so if we're assuming the killer is pretty good, then, I don't know, like, do you think decent is good for him?
Yeah, decent is definitely good.
Okay, he'll be, like, in the middle.
Unless it's you know, basement trapper.
Yeah.
He just puts traps all over the basement. And anyways, yeah, decent is good. I'm happy with decent.
Okay, Wraith. This one is kind of hard because I feel like one thing I like about Wraith is like that I've had so many jump scares with him. I feel like randomly being there, so I find that pretty fun. That part pretty fun.
I like Wraith for the most part, except when he's got certain add-ons. Like, there's, I forgot the name of it, but he can see you as long as you're 12 meters away, or
that aura
his
thing,
proximity.
Right? I love that.
Yeah,
I love
while
that.
he's cloaked. I hate it. Like,
I love
it's
using
so
it, but I hate
to play against.
Yeah, I hate it in Survivor.
But overall, he's super fun because it's this, like you said, it's like a surprise. It's the fear factor that he still has in the game, and it's cool when killers still have that in the game.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
I would say
yeah,
decently fun. He's a little better than Trapper.
Yeah, I would say decently fun too, because Trapper doesn't have that jump scare thing at all, so
right,
he's better. Okay, Hillbilly.
No.
I hate playing against Hillbilly. Like, I'm so bad. I don't know. Maybe you'll.
Especially when they're good. Like, oh my gosh, when they're good and they can do like the little turn around the corner. Is awful.
Like the tight turns. Like, I always die. So it's almost like, yeah, it's usually pretty boring for me because I feel like I just die immediately when it comes to Billy.
Okay, so would that be like the most boring, or would there be killers that are more boring than him though?
Not the most, I would say less boring.
Oh, Hillbilly. Oh, Billy. I'm okay with less boring because there's still some, you can still play around him.
Yeah.
And most of the time you can do some stuff. Like if you vault a window, then you're good to go. But he's not as cool as the Trapper or the Wraith for sure. So less boring is cool.
Okay, less boring. Yeah, I mean, when you can avoid his chainsaw, it's fun. Like, if it's, like, a bad Billy. But we're, like, assuming that they're pretty good, so...
Yeah. You're going down. I'm going down. I just went down today against the Billy. It was so awful.
I know.
I was streaming, too.
Oh, you
How awful
were?
is that?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel like the
Trash.
worst things happen to you when you're streaming. Like, literally. Like,
Dude, you saw those matches with the Oni?
the
Oh my
Oni,
God.
I was like, what happened?
Okay, let's go with the nurse. What do you think?
Okay, well, I don't know. Okay, I love juking nurse. Like, that's like one of my favorite activities to do. But then
It's so fun.
It's so
Yeah.
fun. And even with good nurses, like, I mean, some nurses are just too crazy good, but even with like pretty good nurses, like, there's a pretty good chance of like being able to juke them, even if they're good.
But you know what I like about even with good nurses, when they get you, like you're running and they just get you right away, it takes so much skill that you are happy. You're like, oh my gosh, that was badass. Like it's just so cool to see it.
Yeah, like even if you die, it's like fun to have played against like a good nurse. So like I'm not even mad about it.
When you're like doing a gen and they grab you off the gen and you just laugh.
Yeah.
That just happened to me.
Yeah,
Don't
I
judge
liked
me.
it.
She's fun. So I'm gonna put her as fun.
I'm gonna put her up. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, even if I die or even if I juke her, like, either way, like, it's fun to go against a nurse.
And when they suck, it's even
just
funner.
Funny. Yeah.
It's so funny,
It's
yeah.
so funny. Like, you can just, like, run right around them and, like, they'll just keep blinking randomly.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm down with fun.
Okay, Myers, I don't know, this is kind of like a hard one. Is he fun to play against? It also depends, like scratched mirror Myers, or is it like regular Myers?
Well, here's my take on it. Is there anything better in this game? There might be a couple things, but for the most part, is there anything better than you doing a gen, you're chilling, and then you look around the corner, and this dude is just staring at you from like the window or the corner of the shack or whatever? Like, that is so cool to me.
That is true, yeah. And I think Myers is like one of the very few killers who can genuinely like do jump scares constantly.
Yeah, and the fact that when he gets to tier 3, he's got his iconic music. It makes it so much funner when you're looping. Like, it just gives that extra factor to the chase.
Yeah, that's
I think
true.
it's super cool.
Yeah, I think
What do you
I
think?
would put him in fun then.
Awesome.
Yeah, like, yeah, especially that you mentioned the jump scare thing, because I feel like I want DVD to be a horror game, and it's not that much of a horror game, so it's like one of the few things that make it a horror game.
Okay, fun.
Hag. I don't like playing against the Hag at all. I'd probably put it in like boring.
So boring. Especially if they bring in Franklin's, because the only way to counter her, honestly, would be like with a flashlight, to get rid of the get rid of the traps on the ground. And if they bring Franklin's, you're done.
Yeah, the other day I had a hag where, I don't remember if we were playing together or not, but there was like a hag who just put some like obscene amount of traps, and just like, it was just appearing like literally every second across the whole map, and I was just so...
Dude, yeah. Well, if they're really good, they can make like a really, web of traps, and eventually they're just gonna get everybody, because if they're fast enough, they're gonna get you as soon as you pass through it. It's boring.
Yeah, okay, we'll put her in boring. She's definitely, I think, the worst by far that we've talked about. Okay, Doctor?
You know how I feel about the skill checks and the Doctor. You know exactly how I feel about the Doctor and the damn skill checks.
And
No, I mean he's okay when you're being chased by him.
Yeah.
His little power, he can't. He doesn't allow you to vault or whatever.
I hate that. Yeah, the whole like screaming thing right as you're about to vault, and I don't know. The skill checks, I feel like, yeah, I know you hate them way more than I do. Sometimes like doctor's skill checks are like randomly easier for me than the regular ones. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Maybe I'm just trash on skill checks.
I would put him in, I don't know, somewhere near the bottom.
Is he funner to go against than Trapper? That's like the question, right?
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to think. I was thinking
he would be
maybe...
kind of like Hillbilly?
Yeah, like I was thinking less boring.
Okay. Less boring, yeah.
Less boring.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't really like Doctor very much, but he's not as bad as Hag, so less boring.
Less boring.
Okay, Huntress? I think I would put her somewhere near the top because again, it's like one of those things where it's like fun to evade her hatchets, but then if she's really good with the hatchets, then it's also like fun to see that.
So when I was talking about Michael Myers, scaring you when you're doing a gen or whatever, there was nothing better. I would say the only thing that's better than that is when the Huntress can hit you from across the map with a hatchet. There is no other killer that can do that.
Yeah.
And that is sick. That is so much fun. Not only to play as her, but against her. Like both ways, it's just super fun.
Yeah, and I feel like, I don't know, I feel like lately when you've been playing Huntress, like you've been doing that like more and more. Like the random cross map. I mean, I know this is from Survivor point of view, but even from Survivor point of view, like if you do go down with a hatchet from across the map, like it's still cool. Like I'm not like mad about it.
Like you respect it, right?
Yeah.
Just like the the nurse.
The nurse
when
thing.
she blinks perfectly, you respect it. And the only the other cool thing when you're being chased by the Huntress is that it adds that a little extra thing that you gotta do when you're being chased. You can't just run straight to a pallet. You have to, figure out what you're gonna do. It's a little bit funner that way, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, like
so
you have
fun.
to think more about looping. Yeah, I'll put her in fun, I think. She's one of the more fun ones.
I like it.
Okay. Bubba, our favorite.
Oh my god. Well, here's the thing, like I said. If a Bubba player plays fair, then it's decently fun. It's somewhat fun. But the problem is that most players who play as Bubba are so boring because they'll face camp, they'll get mad because they don't have enough, hooks, and they'll tunnel, and it's just, yeah.
Yeah,
it's the worst.
I don't know. Yeah, I think we do need to account for I don't know, our experiences with Bubba, and I feel like both of us always run into Bubbas that are face camping. Like I know that not every Bubba face camps, like I know that for a fact, but majority of the Bubbas that we face, and it's not just us, right? Like I feel like everyone, when they load into a match with a Bubba, they're just like, why?
There's so many times when I load up to a match, we know it's Bubba, and random people just DC. I swear. Not only that, but my how to counter a Bubba video,
yeah,
it has some of the worst comments talking crap about Bubba, over and over again, how people just DC all the time and they hate it and it makes the game not fun. Yeah, he's gotta go.
I need to go look at those comments. Yeah, I feel, and you've made a lot of how to counter whatever, X-Killer videos, so, the fact that Bubba has the most, mad survivors on it.
There's a reason.
Okay, should we put him in boring?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, I'm putting him in boring. Freddy. I also hate Freddy. I also hate playing against Freddy.
Well, to be fair, since the update, he's not as bad. Before the update, which was, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, everybody used to use Freddy because he was so easy to use and you could take advantage of his power and, win 9 times out of 10. But now, they made him a little more fair, and it's a little easier to counter him, I think. But I mean, those hands.
Yeah, better than before, but overall, probably, I don't know, I wouldn't put him at the very bottom, but maybe less boring.
Less boring, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not that fun. I don't know, it's just not that fun. Like, yeah, even if you can counter him and stuff to some degree, I just, like, I don't know, I get so stressed out with the whole dream thing, and then before it was, like, worrying about his lunge and, like, I don't know, all that stuff.
Yeah. I think the lunge is still there, in my opinion, but...
Yeah, I'll put him in less boring, I think.
Okay.
Pig.
Ooh.
Pig?
The piggy.
Yeah, Pig is like, I don't know, I kind of like playing against her. I mean, it can be really annoying with the head traps and stuff, but at the same time, it's really funny, like, the suspense of if you're actually gonna die from it or not, which happens a lot.
The suspense, you're right. Especially when you're able to get the trap at the last second.
At the last second, like that one short you had, I think, remember? Was that?
The one, I think that's the one where I just ended up dying.
Yeah,
because I couldn't make it anywhere. She tunneled me or whatever. And I was like, you know what? It's over.
Yeah, I remember that short.
And the fact that you can't escape with the trap on is kind of cool. Yeah. So
decent or decently fun?
Let's go with decently fun.
Okay. Yeah. She's pretty fun, yeah. And I don't really run into that many bad pigs. Oh, and the boop the snoot thing. A lot of pigs are nice, I feel like, because of that.
Oh, I love doing that.
Yeah. So I think definitely decently fun, because she's one of those killers that I feel like a lot of people troll with, which is not many of them.
True.
Okay. Oh my god, clown.
What do you mean, oh my god, clown?
I think I love Clown in general. Like, I love all his stuff. Like, his, like, I don't know. And I even love playing as him just cause, like, even though I suck. But I hate playing against Clown. I don't know.
Same. I hate it.
Yeah.
It's not just boring, but it's annoying. Like, I hate his laugh. I hate when he throws a gas and you can't see shit.
I know, it's just like, it's all over the place, and like, it's so hard to loop, I don't know, and I don't know, I'm bad at looping in general, and I know there's like, oh, drop the pallets early against him, and blah, 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 but like, it's still hard, I don't know.
Yeah, it's just boring, because you have to do that. You can't play around anything. You have to drop the pallet, and you have to run away, you have to hear him laugh.
And like, wheeze.
So I would say definitely boring. Yeah.
Okay, spirit? Okay, for you, I feel like every time we used to see a spirit, you'd be like, oh my god, I can't play this right now. But over time, now you're like, oh, spirit's really not that bad. I can counter spirit now.
A little bit. But she's tough. I mean, it all depends who's using her. She's just like the nurse. You can really take your time with spirit and loop her for a long time if the player who's playing with her is not very good. But if they're good, there's very little to no counterplay.
Yeah, I would put her, I don't know, she does have the jump scare aspect to her too, with like the phasing, which is kind of fun. But
and it's fun to watch her do it.
Yeah, it's fun to watch her do it. But I don't really have that much fun playing against her, honestly.
But she still has that, like you said, the fear aspect of the game.
Mm-hmm.
To her, because she'll come out of nowhere. So what about decent? Because she's not awful, but she's not great.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Like, she has some good things about her, like being scary and stuff, but I don't know, playing against her is not very fun, especially if they're really good.
Legion.
Okay, Legion, I feel like I've changed my mind over time. Like, in the beginning, every time I saw a Legion, I was like, it's over, like, I'm just gonna die. Like, back when I was, like, first playing DVD, but now I feel like it's really not that bad, but Legion is very annoying to me, especially when there are Legions that just keep, like, using their frenzy and you have to constantly mend, and then they don't, like, even hook people, and they're just doing that over and over again.
That's what I was gonna say. So Legion, he's not necessarily too boring, but he's so annoying because every time that I go into a game and I know it's Legion, I know that game is gonna take 15 to 20 minutes because he's just gonna keep using his frenzy. He's gonna have Thanos, so you can't repair generators.
God,
you gotta mend.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not fun at all.
Yeah, I'd probably put it in maybe even boring. Either boring or less boring.
I'm okay with boring. No.
Yeah, just like last week, like I had a Legion match where I literally BC'd because the match was going on for probably like 40 minutes and they would not hook anyone.
I'm serious.
Yeah,
yes.
They kept slugging or just doing the frenzy. Anytime I tried to do a gen, so there were still 5 gens remaining after 40 minutes. I was like, I'm so
It takes so long. Yeah. And it's not fun. So yeah, boring.
Okay. Plague. I don't know, honestly, with Plague. Like, the whole cleansing, not cleansing thing is a little bit confusing. I mean, depending on if you're playing, like... I feel like with Survive with Friends, at least, like, we can be on the same page, but if you're playing with randoms, like, sometimes, like, you have to alter your playstyle depending on what they're doing.
Exactly, yeah. If you're playing with Survive with Friends, nobody cleanses, and you guys are good. She's an M1 killer. Like, she only hits you with her basic attack, and there's nothing else. Mm-hmm. You stay hurt, yeah, but it doesn't really matter. But if you're playing with randos, like you said, it's kind of annoying because then she gets her power, and she takes you down with, you know, a single hit. Like, meh.
Yeah, good
but
plagues.
She's not horrible.
Yeah, good plagues are really hard to play against, but I also feel like I don't run into that many good plagues. Like, not that many people even play plague that I see.
I think she's the least played killer, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think I've seen that. And I feel like the people that play plague well, like, are almost like plague main. So it's just like two extremes. Like, either they play her all the time and they're really good, or they like never play her and are just like trying her out.
Okay, so she's not as boring as, you know, a camping Bubba or Clown or Legion, but
no.
How about less boring?
Yeah, I think less boring is good for her. Okay, Ghostface? Okay, even if the Ghostface is good or bad or whatever, I feel like Ghostface is so fun. And also the teabagging thing.
Oh, yes. He's got the best Mori. It's so fun to teabag while he's doing the Mori. You know, shout out to your last video when I got Mori'd, but whatever.
And got teabagged during it too.
And, you know, when he's in his power and you have no idea where he's coming from, and you just always constantly looking around, that's fun too.
Yeah, and him like leaning past like obstacles and stuff to look. That's just so funny.
That is so cool. Yeah, it's so awesome. I love it. So yeah, I would say he's as fun as the top 3.
Yeah, he's fun. He's like another one of those like super creepy ones.
You know what I like about him too?
What?
The way before he starts running, because he's got 2 animations, right? When he's walking and when he's running. Mm-hmm. When he's walking towards you, I don't know if you ever noticed it, but it looks sick. Like, he looks like a badass. I don't know. He's just walks with his hands down. And he looks cool, and then as soon as the chase starts, his hand goes up, and he looks like he's running.
I'm putting him in. Yeah. I'm putting him in fun then.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Demo.
The last few times that I've gone against Demo, I've died like fast because they're good. But he's fun. I mean, he's not super fun. He's not as fun as the top 4. Mm-hmm. But the fact that he can, you know, traverse through the upside down, across the map, or wherever basically in the map, and when he comes out of his portal, he is undetectable, so you don't know he's there. Mm-hmm. That's kind of cool. And then his face, every time he opens up his face, is kind of cool.
Yeah, the jump scare thing is there, and also I love when they do the like the dash, and if you can like avoid them, like that's pretty fun to like be able to juke that.
I'm so sad that they're getting rid of it.
Yeah, well, I guess you already bought it, right? So just buy it quickly if you haven't.
Yeah, guys, buy it now.
And I still haven't.
Like right now.
I haven't even bought it. I don't even know. Like, I don't know.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Go buy it. They're on discount too. They're like half off right now.
But Steve, like, I don't even want Steve, but Nancy.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, I would put him in maybe, I don't know.
Decently
decent
fun.
Or decently fun. Decently fun, you think?
Either or is fine with me. I would say he's
Okay.
probably as fun as the spirit in the trapper.
Yeah.
So maybe you're right.
I think decent.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oni,
Ooh,
your favorite.
fun. Let's move on.
But are you thinking from
So the
killer or
Deathslinger.
survivor person?
No, okay, so so the Oni, what people need to understand about the Oni when you're playing against them is that you cannot let them hit you. So you have to drop pallets right away, and basically just stay away from him as much as possible. But what happens is the opposite. People let him hit you, or you let the Oni hit you, and then he starts getting his power, and that's when he becomes really fun to go either against or as, because come on, like you're across the map doing a generator, and you hear him scream, "Roar!" and then he just starts running towards you. Like, that's cool. It's cool to see.
That is true,
What do you
yeah. I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I don't encounter that many Onis, but I know like me and you have done a lot of custom matches where you've played as Oni, and I feel like the way that you play him, like it's always really fun, like as a survivor to go up against, because yeah, like literally like from across the map, you'll randomly like come to the gen and like down me.
And he just looks cool. Like, even if
Yeah.
you're not the one being chased, you see him dashing across the map, and it's pretty
Like you
badass.
see the fire and stuff. Yeah, it looks
They gotta
really
make a
cool.
skin. They gotta make a skin of him looking like King Kong.
Okay,
Or
dude,
like a
but then the
gorilla.
skin will be like $50.
It don't matter. I would buy it.
I still remember your video about you ranting about the skin. I think like that's like one of like the first things that I ever watched of yours.
Ranting. Oh,
Do you remember
because of the
that?
prize.
Yeah, the price.
Oh my gosh, I remember that video. Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago.
That was so long ago. Decently fun, or you feel like he's fun?
I'll say decently fun, because the top 4 right now are just a little bit ahead of him.
Okay, I agree with that.
As a survivor, killer,
Yeah.
he's the best.
For you.
No, this is not subjective.
You're like objectively, he's the best killer for everyone.
Definitely. Okay.
Deathslinger. Honestly, I hate playing against Deathslinger personally.
Well, but is he that bad?
No, I guess. I don't know. I guess juking him can be fun, but I'm bad at it, so maybe you're better at that. So I don't know. Do you find it fun to play against him?
I wouldn't say necessarily fun, but there is, like I always say, there's some counterplay to him. Like, just like the Huntress. When she's about to throw the hatchet, she's gonna go for either, the closest window that you're about to take, or the doorway, or the pallet, whatever it is, right? He does the same thing, so if you can learn how to juke around that, then he's not that bad, but I don't know.
Maybe less
okay.
boring or decent, I would say, probably.
Let's go with less boring.
Less boring, yeah.
'Cause-
He's not
yeah.
he's not as fun as, like, Spirit, say.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Pyramid Head.
Alright.
I don't mind playing against Pyramid Head. Like, it's not like it's really fun or anything, but sometimes when he does that Trail of Torment thing, it's fun to juke that.
Yes! Like, if you're on the other side of the wall, like, I don't know, at a shack, right? And Dorito Head just, like, uses his power, it's super cool too.
Yeah,
look
or
around
if
that.
they're really good at it. Yeah, or even if they're really good at the Trail of Torment and they, like, cut off your loops and stuff, that's also
Yeah.
fun to see, like, even if it sucks.
You know what I hate about him though, as a survivor, especially me because I like to flashlight save, is that he's got that power where he can just send you to the cage,
Oh, yeah.
and he doesn't have to pick you
He
up.
doesn't have to pick you up.
That's the only thing that's not so cool, but I would say he's decent.
Decent, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
decent.
Conehead is decent.
Blight. Oh my god, Blight. I honestly can't make up my mind about Blight because If the Blight is a really, really good Blight, then it's really hard to play against him, but I feel like most Blights are actually not that good, and it's really funny to just see them, like, catapulting across the map everywhere. I don't know.
Yeah, well, people get freaked out when they're playing against him, and they always try to run away. But sometimes it's better to run towards him, especially when he first activates his power.
Yeah.
He can't hit you on the first dash. He has to bounce off of something. So you go towards him and then you throw him off. That's what I do, at least, you know, as a survivor. And it's funny because he'll be like, where the hell do I go now? I wouldn't say he's boring. I wouldn't say he's fun, but somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I'd put him in maybe like, I don't know, decent? I'm still,
decent, just because, yeah, it can go either way for him.
Yeah, it could go either way. I'm not that excited to play against him, but I'm not like, ew, it's Blight. I don't feel like playing
Yeah, it's
this
like,
much.
it's whatever. He's gonna use Hex Ruin and Undying. It's all the same stuff.
Yeah, it's the same thing again and again with the Blights. That's the other thing. Everybody uses the same perks on Blight all the time, I feel like.
But he's okay. He's better than the bottom
Yeah.
half, I guess.
Okay.
Decent.
Twins. I just hate playing against the twins for no particular reason. I don't know. Like, it's not that, I don't know. They're just so annoying, and Victor's annoying.
It's so annoying. Like, the whole thing. And they're always camping or,
they're
you know,
slugging
in their own way.
too all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, they're always slugging. It's so annoying.
Yeah, I had one match with the twins where like they were really good, but they like slugged everyone, and then they just left everyone slugged until everyone bled out. It was like the most annoying thing ever.
I don't know if you saw my it was one of my funny videos compilation. As soon as they heard the Victor scream, you know how when you switch from Charlotte to Victor, there's like a little scream?
Yeah.
We were all doing a generator, and as soon as they heard that, every single survivor I was playing against, just DC.
This new outfit for Nia. It looks pretty sick, so I wanted to try it out. Ooh, it's the twins. That's nice, that's nice. Let's see if we can get some... Wait, what? Why are people quitting? Don't you do it too. Don't. I hate this game.
Yeah, she's not fun.
I'll put
Oh my
her in
gosh.
boring then, I think.
Yeah, boring.
Honestly. Okay. Okay,
Most of the killers are decent or really boring to go up against.
I feel like there's so few in the top 2 tiers, and everyone else is just like relatively bad.
And this is not gonna be any different. Trickster.
Trickster, okay, I already know how you feel about Trickster, I feel like. I don't know.
No, so before I made my video on how to counter Trickster, I hated him. I hated him with a passion. I probably DC'd a couple times against him.
Yeah.
But if you understand how to play against him, he's not too bad. He's still boring, but he's not horrible to go against.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I don't know. I still suck against the Trickster. And I know a lot of people do hate him and stuff, but I don't know. I mean, some of his stuff is cool. Like, I mean, I like his like chase music and stuff, but like when you're playing Survivor. But I don't know.
Like, you'll watch really good players who play Huntress. Like, I don't know if you ever heard of Spooky Loops or
yeah,
Coconut.
I've seen some of that, yeah.
They're really good, right? And it's awesome. And then you have people who play Trickster because they're trash with Huntress. You don't need any aim at all. You just throw a bunch of knives and see what, see what lands.
Yeah, I don't know. I would put him in, I don't know, maybe less boring or boring.
I would say boring.
Boring, yeah.
But it's up to you.
Let's put him in boring, yeah. I really don't like playing against him. Like, I mean, I don't like actively hate it, but I mean, it's not fun.
Especially if they camp and you're unhooking someone, he'll just take you down right away.
Yeah.
It takes very little knives to go down.
Okay, we'll put him in boring then. Nemesis.
I love him. I don't necessarily love him as, a player who plays killer, but as a survivor. I love the zombies on the map. They have some of the funnest plays. Like when you're just running around and a random zombie hits you. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I love his tentacle. I love that he says stars when he kills Jill or
the
Leon.
locker grab thing too.
Yeah. I think he's cool.
I think Nemesis is pretty fun. I love like his chase music, like when you're getting chased as a survivor.
And if I'm not mistaken, he's the only killer that hits you with his bare hands, right?
Oh my god, his punch is so funny. Yeah, that's his punch
Oh,
is so funny.
when he's just like running around the map, and he just punches a zombie in the face. It's so cool.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say
think,
he's as fun as the top four.
the top four, no, but decently fun. I'd probably put him in decently fun. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I like that. What do you think?
Yeah, that's.
You think
a
it's gonna
good
be fun playing
question.
against him or boring?
Yeah, I've definitely seen the gameplay. It's hard to say for sure until we know, but I do feel like I think he'll be like decent or decently fun. I mean, there's like the whole chains thing, right? Where he
Well, the whole meme with him
the
cutting.
box thing. Yeah, the box thing. That in itself will probably put him up a tier because you just hear that, right? Like
That's one of the only times, I think the only time that a killer from a movie or something says an actual line from the movie in the game.
yeah,
It's pretty cool.
Other than like the stars thing, I guess.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but
Several days later.
I knew
you
it was
opened
gonna
it
be that.
and I came.
Okay.
You have to do the sound effect yourself. Oh god. Wait, Ricky, now that we've played against him, like what would you say is his tier for how fun it is to play against him?
F tier.
Low.
Probably like less boring.
Just maybe because I don't know how to play against them, but I don't know. It's hard.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd put it somewhere near the bottom because I don't know. The chains are really annoying to me right now, but maybe we just need practice.
It's like a little pyramid if you see from the top to the bottom.
Yeah, it is.
Because most killers, you're like, ugh.
The most killers are in boring though. This always happens like with like my tier list. If it's like S through D, like usually like the most people like end up in D.
Oh my gosh. I like it. I like the tier list.
At least our opinion on it, with me being like a yellow rank right now and you being a red rank, like the fact that we still agree on most of them.